Lamine Yamal, the player who, at just the age of 15, got the opportunity to train and play with his senior team in Barcelona. That same Barcelona team was the evident champions of the Spanish league that season. He has taken the starting spot ahead of Ansu Fati, who was their second youngest player to debut for Barcelona. Xavi's preference for Yamal has driven Ansu Fati out of Barcelona, with a move to Brighton for the remainder of the year. That truly must feel like a stab in the back to him, especially after Ansu Fati was considered one of the best young prospects coming out of Barcelona. Lamine Yamal is a player who is being closely compared to the likes of Lionel Messi due to him being primarily a lefty and the way he is being utilized as a winger, just like Messi once did so many years ago. Already, he has been valued in the market for £25 million, which is a crazy fee for any player, especially for a player his age. No other player has had a higher market value ever starting out professionally, and that really says a lot about the type of talent people are making him out to be. The hype is real. He might and could be the next big player coming out of Barcelona's La Masia Academy. But why is Barcelona willing to risk Ansu Fati's discontent and eventual departure for a player who hasn't even turned 18 yet? Who is this player, really? Let's get right into it. Before anything, if you want to leave a like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated, as 99.8% of you aren't subscribed. Now, let's dive into... Yamal is the son of a Moroccan father and a Ghanaian mother, but grew up in Mataró, a suburb of Barcelona. Yamal joined Barcelona at just 5 years old after scouts from La Masia spotted the youngster. Yamal was identified as a top talent early on, playing 3 or 4 years above his age group from early in his football development. Since then, he has been rapidly accelerated through the Barca ranks and tested with far older players from as early as possible. It certainly didn't hurt that the young player was a left-footed winger with a skill set similar to that of a club legend. You know who I'm talking about. He was playing under 16s football at just 13, tearing through the league with relative ease, and Barca knew they had something special on their hands. In the summer of 2022, Yamal skipped the whole age group and was installed into Barca's U19 squad. Although he wasn't an immediate starter for the Juvenile A team, Yamal began to catch the eye with a string of star showings. The one that stands out the most was his brace against Ebro on September 10th, as he became the youngest Barcelona player to ever score in a Juvenile A game, eclipsing a record previously held by Ansu Fati. It was that showing that conceived Xavi to call up Yamal for the first team training for the first time. Looking closely into Yamal, he is a forward or winger, and at his best, cutting in from the right into a stronger left foot. You can see countless examples of his way of playing by just looking at his most recent games. He loves to cut inside on his left foot. While Barcelona has tried him in multiple positions now, Yamal has been most effective out wide, although he can play in the middle if needed. He's an excellent dribbler, considered the best in La Masia by some distance, and is adept at accelerating away from defenders. The 16-year-old has a near-perfect all-round forward who has earned a crack at the next level. In terms of improvement, I really can't pick out something specific because it wouldn't be fair to him at such a young age. From the footage I have seen of him, I've seen that he lacks a little bit of physicality, which is quite normal at his young age. It's not like he's a Dama Traore or something like that. His major strength is obviously his technical ability, as he has been able to rely on that in his whole career in the youth system. Because of his height, he is also not great in the air, which isn't a problem when playing in the Barcelona system. And to go back into myself a little bit, what do I really think of him, might you ask? Okay, to start, I love that Yamal is an academy graduate. And so what does this mean for Barcelona? Well, I think this means for Barcelona a lot of things. This means maybe in the future they won't have to spend a lot of money on an attacker if they have Yamal right there in their squad. Hopefully by then, in a few years, he'll be a starter and will be, a really good player for them. So they won't have to use that money on someone else. The second point that I'd like to bring and kind of makes me proud of him is that we haven't really been seeing a lot of academy players outshining in the first team. I think the only team that we see in this scenario is Barcelona, which is pretty great. I love that, Gabi was from the academy and other players were from the academy. And we see that Barcelona will give him the chance to shine on the biggest stage. Another good thing about Yamal is that he will be representing Spain, so that gives Spain a lot of versatility on the attack. In the few, I guess, more recent years, they haven't really had that many good attackers, so having Yamal on the squad will definitely help their chances competing internationally. So I really like Yamal for that reason as well. And last thing that I like to bring is that from the videos I've seen online, Yamal looks like a really humble guy, and I really hope that he doesn't have an ego later in his career. Obviously he's young, he's 16, he needs to learn more, so maybe he doesn't have an attitude right now because he's still trying to learn. What I've seen from him in those videos, he doesn't seem like a cocky player. So yeah, in terms of my opinion of Yamal, that's essentially pretty much it. Leave your opinion on the comments down below. Have a crack at me, please. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Until the next one, peace out.